can blend. If juice is in your ends, tell a friend to tell a friend. C block, Mickey World to the fucking end.
Cause you never know when your life's up. R.I.P. to my guy, shit's fucked. All my niggas in the pen. R.I.P. Lil Gwop Boy, I'm missing my friend.
Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from Manchester and it involves Liverpool. Miguel Reynolds was killed on June the 7th, 2018 when he came from Moss Side with his friend to Liverpool to buy an Audi S1 that the police say was stolen. Miguel was known as Lil Gwop Boy and he was a music artist from Manchester. And the reason I originally covered this story a year ago was because of the amount of his fans that was messaging me, asking me to. He was held in very high regard in the city, and when he passed away it was devastating to all of his friends and his fans, and of course his family. He was 3 days away from turning 22 when he was killed, and today several people have been jailed for their involvement in his death and one for his murder. Miguel's family were in court today when they were sentenced for his murder. They said in court he was lured to Liverpool for £2,000. When him and his friend arrived in Netherton, they were robbed at gunpoint, and Miguel wanted his money back and refused to give up. He grabbed a lock knife, they said, and chased after the gang that was caught on CCTV. The gunman was Liam Watson, and he fired a warning shot. This did not stop Migz from chasing him and eventually catching up to him near Assissian Crescent in Liverpool. Watson fired another shot, and this time it hit him in the neck, and the wound would turn out to be fatal. Watson, 32 years old, and Kyle Sanders, 22, set up the robbery and were jailed alongside with 2 accomplices. Miguel was from Moss Side, they said, and he was shot dead in 2018. He was an aspiring rapper from the city and growing in fame and his videos, and appearing on Mixtape Madness and other media channels. The last video that he released was Southside 90s Baby alongside his friend No Manners. The video shows the artist on his housing estate that he grew up on. A lot of people paid respects to Migz when he passed away, and one of them was Tundi, a good friend of his from Manchester, and he shouts him out a lot in his music. And also Rem Juice as well has done several songs paying respects to Migz.
Pure Henny Cali to the lungs. Life's fucked. Gotta keep a knife or strapped up, cause you never know when your life's up.
Liverpool Crown Court heard that Miguel and his friend, the other one who could not be named for legal reasons, arrived in Netherton shortly before 8 PM on June the 7th. The court heard they was met by the gang, who robbed them at gunpoint for the £2,000. The doctor said the bullet went through his heart and other organs as well, and he died in hospital 3 days before his 22nd birthday. Watson and 6 other men, Kyle Sanders, Joseph McKeever, Dale Avery and Paul Blackhurst, James Harrison and Jake Morwinny, all denied murder and conspiracy to rob and possession of a prohibited firearm. The trial was postponed due to coronavirus, and the retrial went on for 11 weeks. Jurors unanimously found Watson guilty of all charges. After 4 days of deliberation, he showed no emotion when found guilty of his murder. Sanders, 22, was said to have set up the robbery and was not found guilty of murder, but guilty of manslaughter and 3 conspiracies. He started ranting in the dock, and McKeever and Avery were found not guilty of murder or manslaughter, but 3 other plots. Blackhurst, Harrison and Morwinny were acquitted of all charges. Avery's then girlfriend, mum of one, Emma Kirby, was found guilty of assisting an offender. She is actually from Birmingham as well, and that is where they alleged that they hid out after the murder. Watson was found guilty of murder and conspiracy to rob, possession of a prohibited firearm and possession of ammunition. He was jailed for life with a minimum term of 30 years. Sanders was convicted of manslaughter and 3 conspiracies and jailed for 21 years. He must serve at least 14 years. Joseph McKeever, 30 years old, and Dale Avery, 26, were found guilty of the 3 plots, and McKeever of Bootle was also sentenced for a series of burglaries. They were jailed for 12.5 years and must serve at least 8. Avery from Netherton was already convicted previously of 2 robberies and was jailed for 11.5 years and a 3-year licence. So this actual murder took place over such a small amount of money. Someone so desperate for such a small amount. And this is the reality, and also the precautions that you need to take when you're dealing with anybody, making sure that you can trust somebody, and of course making sure that what you're buying is legit as well. Miguel was 21 years old when he lost his life, and he was a very talented young man, and he had a lot of people that loved him and will forever miss him. And there's some condolences to his family and his friends. So I'd really appreciate it if you paid your respects in the comments. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And thank you for 250,000 subscribers. Peace.